What's up, nation? Welcome to another edition of the Wise Take MLB DFS podcast. I am your host, CK013. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013, and I am joined once again by one of Wise Take's finest DFS analysts, Mr. Stevie Brown. You can find him on Twitter at Stevie Brown DFS. Stevie Brown, how we doing, bro?
Good, man. Honestly, tonight I didn't even play this show with Slate. My biggest thing was I love Nola, and I think I loved him with 75% of the field too. So I was like, yeah, there's no leverage in going 100% on him. I'm only really that much ahead of the field. I don't want to go underweight on him because I think he's gonna have that good of a game. And for this small of a slate, it was hard to get cute. So I was like, I'm gonna pass. I'll bet some of these games, and I don't want to say what I bet until maybe later in the show, and hopefully it's not looking as bad, so I don't wish myself like always. But man, I'm excited to look at this 50-game slate tomorrow. Yeah, I'm definitely learning, bro. And I promise you, like I said, money forces you to learn at a certain point. But this 15-game slate looks nice, man. We have a lot of big names on here. But I think the cash game pitchers are kind of outlined already in the better matchups, and then we have a really shitty bottom tier and a ton, which obviously gives us a ton of amazing offense tomorrow on the slate. So big totals. We don't even have the total for what's going to be probably one of the bigger totals on the slate with that regular game, but I'm excited to get a nice slate and spend a lot of my time tomorrow looking into it.
Yeah, I don't think you missed much on tonight's. We'll see how it ends out, but it was a tough one. 3 games, main slate. It was just definitely strange. You got to get different, and you got to play guys you're not comfortable playing, and hope that you did the right uncomfortable move. But this one's huge. I don't know why they did. I guess the scheduling just worked out that way with the travel, but this slate is loaded. We've got tons of pitching. We've got tons of bats. There is pretty much everything. Another one of those slates where I'm just gonna play in smaller contests, like smaller contests as in fields, like smaller fields, not prizes but fields, to narrow down some of this. Because in the donkeys, it's gonna be ridiculous the combinations that you're gonna see, and the score should be through the roof. So many hitting spots, and we'll touch on that when we get to the stacks. In the meantime, Stevie, let's talk about cash games as we always do with pitching. Who is the SP1 on your first look?
So I think we have a choice really between two guys right now. It's both going to be Strasburg and Snell standing out with both insane K percentages over the rest of the slate. Snell is standing at just about 35%. Strasburg up to actually taking a little bit of a dip now to 31%. But Snell, man, he looks good. Just about 90% swing strike rate. Of the top studs, and there's a lot of big names on the slate tomorrow. They're in the better matchups against a weaker Tigers offense with Snell and the White Sox offense against Strasburg. I think it's really going to be more of a pick your poison. You're going to hear a lot of people on both sides tomorrow. They're both really heavy favorites, exactly the same run totals, and opposing teams both have the same run totals. I think Snell is just as fine as Strasburg, and they're priced about the same on DK at least. So pick your poison between the two of them, but they're definitely great out as top 2 cash plays, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's a very tough decision. I will argue with Strasburg. One benefit for him is the White Sox are losing the DH, being that the Nationals are home. So at least he pitches against a pitcher like the White Sox lose a hitter in their lineup, whereas Snell, he pitches in the AL, so he's used to it, but he's playing the Tigers who have all 9. But I agree with you. It's like splitting hairs which one you go with, Snell or Strasburg. And I think it's the same argument in tournaments. As far as SP2s, we did talk about how big of a slate this was and all the different bats, but I still think it's going to be kind of hard to get like a Strasburg-Snell build. Maybe value opens up and you can roll the dice, but these guys are expensive. Snell being 11K, Strasburg being 11.5, so you're most likely going to be looking to pay down a little bit of SP2 in cash, I would think. Stevie, what do you think?
I think the super obvious play here is going to be Max Fried going against Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, where we know that Pirates team has been pretty poor to lefties all year. He's coming at a cheaper price tag too, and like you said, when we have this many amazing offenses on the slate, and we have like Snell and Strasburg in such an amazing matchup too. If we want to get gonna go for a guy I can get a little bit of a salary relief on, and Freed grades out well. He's fair priced. I don't see a reason why to come off him. He's on his price dip, so this kind of when you can buy low in a great spot and getting a good park upgrade too. So I'm gonna look Freed tomorrow.
I'm with you, man. I think in cash games, a lot of people will flock there because of all the bats we have and people wanting to get as much upside as they can with their SP1s and, of course, with certain hitters. And I think that Freed, like you said, provides a ton of salary relief. We know the Pirates have struggled against lefties. It's a great park for pitching. And Atlanta right now, I believe, is a minus 170 something favorite. So big favorite. Pirates projected for 3.9 runs as of now. So I'm with you, man. Makes a ton of sense. Let's revisit SP1s though, from a tournament perspective. Talk to me about some potential tournament pivots. I think we know Snell and Strasburg are still phenomenal tournament options as well. Is there other people though that you're willing to take a risk on, or at least considering?
So Castillo against the Cardinals offense, they've been so boomer bust. Where like we've seen this all season long, and it's kind of been a trend with them now, where they put up plenty of games like 8+ runs, and then they'll follow it up with the game the next day, scoring no runs, 1 run, 2 runs. Like it doesn't really seem like they're scoring a lot of those like middle and runs. Like they haven't been stringing hits together. They rely on a lot of their power. So I think Castillo can use some of his K upside and catch him on a bad day, and no one really likes to target against the Cardinals a lot too. I think Castillo can make for a fine GPP play for sure.
You know, it's interesting because like we quickly glance through the slate, and like I tried to look at everything real quick just to see what we had, and I didn't even realize we had Luis Castillo pitching. And so there you go.
We have everyone, man. Like, Thor's down there too because he's at a cheap price tag. Like Tanaka's definitely gonna be a great SP1 tournament play too.
Yeah.
When it's the Blue Jays, and I love that we saw his pitch count get a little bit elevated last game, even when he was struggling. Got to 100 pitches there.
Oh yeah.
If he's gonna see similar pitch count again, if they're gonna let him go out to like 100 or so now, against that Blue Jays offense, they've been getting a little better now. But I think at a cheaper price tag, if you're prioritizing your bats at 9.3, he gives you like a 2K price difference between like him and Strasburg and Snell. Obviously, I don't think he has that same kind of upside, but the weaker offense when should grade out pretty well. Yeah. I don't mind going to him in tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, you can make the same argument for Madison Bumgarner against the Mets, a team he's owned over his career. Different Mets team, but I can't really argue that it's a better Mets team than any of the Mets teams that he's seen. The question, of course, is him. Is he still as dominant? And he's looked pretty good. So, still hasn't looked like his old self, where like, you know, but neither has Kershaw, but they're both still very good pitchers to MLB standards. Just not maybe as good for DFS anymore. But, yeah, 9K though. You're not paying a top tier price for him. Like, you know, like you'd expect him to play well here. I think you can make that argument for a lot of these guys. Chris Paddock. It's going to be tough. I like the Castillo call though. I think it'll be low owned, and he has a ton of strikeout upside. It's an NL pitcher, so we are getting the benefit of pitching against hitting, hitters. Damn it, I can't speak right now. Pitchers hitting. There you go. There you go. That's what I was trying to say. But there's a lot to like here. And all the while we're talking about all these guys when realistically we just, like Blake Snell's ceiling is just ridiculous. One guy we didn't like.
Yeah.
Both of us kind of skipped over, and I think it's pretty funny is Ryu against the Diamondbacks, right? Like,
I was just going to say, like, it's tough when you sandwich in between Strasburg and Snell's price tag.
Like, this dude has been like probably the best pitcher in the NL. Like this year he has been. Like not saying he's the best pitcher in the NL overall, but this year he has been. Like DeGrom was last year, but I still think like Max Scherzer is still the best pitcher in baseball. Maybe not this year, but in general right now of active pitchers, I think he's you know what I'm saying? And I think that I feel that way about Ryu so far this year. He's just been nasty. But it's the D-backs, man. These guys can hit lefties, man.
Yeah, he's been getting like through being such a great real life player, like at these top studs, like he has the best ERA in Slate.
It's crazy, right?
Amazing control. Like he doesn't have that same K upside as like Strasburg and Snell, but like he can cruise through a game no problem. And like we always were afraid of like Roberts and like those Dodgers pitchers, but he's been getting stretched out a little more now too. So that always brings a lot more appeal to him too.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's still tough to target Arizona with lefties. That's the bottom line. They don't strike out a ton against
Yeah.
lefties. Strike out a lot against righties. We're starting to see that, but against lefties, they're still tough. Anyway, let's go to what about cheaper pitching options? Any pivots down there you think for tournaments, like cheaper guys to roll the dice with?
Jared Eichhoff against the Padres, I like he's been coming off some rougher games now. He's getting a 2K price dip on DK just because he had that rough stint the last few games. But he was coming out of some rougher matchups again, like that explosive cards offense I said, 2 games against the Brewers and Colorado, and but he started off the season dominating. Like we saw his price rise all the way to 9K, and now we get a 2K drop in a much more appealing matchup against the Padres, where obviously they're super right-handed heavy, and at a cheap price tag too for tournaments. When I said I said to you pre-show too, below 7K, I don't think I really have, at least from a first look, any uh appeal for any of these guys. Like so, Eichhoff's the first guy at a cheaper price tag. Him and Fried stand out to me. So from a tournament perspective, where I think Fried's the obvious cash SB2 choice, I'll definitely find myself playing some Eichhoff for those better bets.
Yeah, no, I could definitely get behind that. I think Eichhoff against the Padres at 7-1 seems kind of crazy. I know like they're gonna end up being underdogs, and he hasn't looked very good recently. But it's the Padres, so it's just drastic. Like you said, it's just a drastic drop to go from 9-2, and they've done this with him before. He was 9-2 against Milwaukee, had a bad game, dropped to 7-8, had another bad game. They raised him back up to 8-2 against Milwaukee, had a bad game. Then they raised him to 9K against St. Louis and had a bad game. So I'm not really understanding that. I think he'll benefit from the park, right? Like he has pitched in a small park. His last 4 starts were at home, 3 of them, which is a small park, and then in between there Milwaukee, which is another hitter friendly park. So maybe he'll
Yeah.
benefit from this park. I like that. I also think Erod is worth taking a look into. It looks like it's going to be some pretty good hitting conditions in Kansas City, so we'll have to dig in on that. But it is a big park in general, and the Royals really haven't been as good against lefties. So maybe something we can look into. But the Eichhoff at 7-1 could be pretty valuable if that checks all the boxes tomorrow. I can get behind that. Let's talk about some stacks now, Stevie. There's a lot to discuss, so we have a lot of really good, awesome hitting environments. What are some of the ones that stand out to you the most?
I mean, there's gonna be a lot of stacks we're gonna love here tomorrow. Just looking at it from a raw perspective, like the Nats, Yankees, Rays, Braves. We don't even have the total for the regular game, and all those teams are sitting above like 5 runs right now. But a couple teams that stand out most are obviously gonna be that huge total for the Red Sox at 6.2 runs right now. Um, they're obviously gonna be expensive, but for that big of a run total, I kind of think they're worth it, or they become that team where it's like you try to fit at least one piece in your cash game. Otherwise, too, in Arlington, you have the Orioles going in now at the 5.4 run total, the Rangers up to 5.8. Both teams are versing pretty poor pitching. Where Bundy's been decent, and I've been playing him a fair amount, but now he gets to verse a lot of lefties, and that's never a good sign for him. So I'm gonna love the Rangers tomorrow. I don't think they're even that scary priced wise. Like none of them are really overpriced, I guess. So all those lefties at a fair price tag, like Odor, Cabrera, Shinso Chu. I want to target Texas for sure.
Yeah, man. Arlington looks like 87 degrees projected, 52% humidity, 9-mile-an-hour winds blowing in. Sounds like it's going to be a pretty good hitting environment there. I know the wind blowing in isn't supposed to help as much since the renovations they made a couple years ago, but I think we've seen this still be a great hitting environment even after the changes. So I can get behind that. A lot of lefties going up against Bundy. A lot of strikeouts, granted, but this is a lot of lefties. I definitely like the Rangers, projected for 5.8 runs. I also like the Red Sox, and I know it's Kansas City, but I did mention earlier when I spoke about Erod that the hitting environment, it should be a decent hitting environment for the area. Despite the fact that it's a bad park, it's going to be very humid and winds are blowing out. And they're going up against Glenn Sparkman, which is basically a bullpen game because I don't even think Sparkman is stretched out. And the Royals have one of the worst bullpens in the game. So it seems like a pretty good situation for Boston. There's just a ton, right? Like, I mean, there's just a ton you could talk about. And, like, all the meanwhile, you know what's interesting to me? Like, of all these teams, the Rays are projected for 5.4 runs against Carpenter. The Yankees against Clayton Richard. Like, of all these, like, good hitting spots, I wonder, like the Twins have been one of the hottest teams in baseball, and they're going up against Shane Bieber, who I believe is a good pitcher. But you got like a red hot team like that people are just going to be like, that's Bieber. I'd rather not pick on him. I got all the other spots. And you got a team like the Twins who have been just red hot, ripping the cover off the ball that probably won't even get any ownership. I'm a little biased. The Twins were good to me. I told you on Sunday, so. So like, I'm a little biased. They were good to you too.
They did me well.
Yeah. So, I don't know. All these spots, and I find myself looking at the Twins like, it's just like interesting. What else? Is there anything that maybe that's like,
I mean, this one, I think you're looking for something a little more cute, but the Dodgers, of course, too, are going to come chalky, and rightfully so, or they're getting Clark, and he's been a lot worse than lefties, and they've a run total approaching 6 runs right now, and they can stack that lineup with a ton of scary lefties. So all of those guys, like Muncy, Cody Bellinger, as he's every day is going to be a nice play.
Right.
So those Dodgers lefties against Clark is going to be really appealing.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. It's going to be another pretty popular spot. And then like the Rays, depending on what their lineup looks like, Tommy Pham and Garcia may come back. But the cheaper guys have actually been playing well. Guys like Christian Arroyo, like he's been playing really well. Some of these guys that play even against the lefty, Yandy Diaz is back. He's hitting the ball hard. This is a park boost for them in Detroit. The Rays, another offense that I think are worth taking a look at. What about the Braves, right? Against Steven Brault, who has not looked very good. Austin Riley, man. Austin Riley is a beast.
What a stud that kid is.
I feel like I think I rostered him on at least one team on almost every slate, or most slates, and he almost always hits a home run. And I always ask myself, why didn't I play more Riley? Like, even most recently, I played him, and he didn't have a home run through his first 3 at bats, and I was like, I messed up. Okay, no, I didn't. It happens, like, right, and literally the last at bat he had, 3-run homer. I'm just like, Austin Riley, I like you, man. I do.
It's been every other game, like if not fucking back-to-back games for him now at this point.
Man.
He's hitting with contact. He's showing his power.
He's a beast,
stud, man.
And you're gonna throw this lefty at him. I don't care about the park. Austin Riley is a beast. And I mean, dude is good. Dude is good. Any other offenses that stand out?
I'm trying to find that cheaper offense I usually like to find where they're gonna like round out like a stack if you're going for expensive pitching options. The Reds are fair priced. I usually like playing them because you can get Kirk Casale like usually about like 5th or 6th, and he's fair price tag and rounds up that stack pretty well at catcher, ugly position. So maybe there'll be that cheaper stack I kind of fall on tomorrow. But I mean, with all these huge run totals, so many of these offenses are appealing. Even the Nats too, I mentioned, like they have a 5.5 run total right now too, and they're not even super expensive. Like obviously Rendon and Soto are expensive, but you can get some of those other cheaper pieces that still grade out pretty well and like plugged in for cash games at a cheaper price tag.
Yeah, no. I hear you. The Reds make a lot of sense. This Genesis Cabrera dude, I mean, we got to look into him. I don't know a ton about him, but I looked into him last time. I think I rostered the Phillies against him or something like that. Whoever he played, and there were definitely some warning signs that stood out. I know in AAA, he didn't strike out a ton of. I think he's like got a really low K rate, something. But the Reds, being that they're cheap, are definitely in play. Yeah, Philly's got 3 earned, hit a home run. He was only in there for 3 2/3 innings. But yeah, I think that they could be one of those teams. going to be pretty warm and humid over in St. Louis. Um, Interesting. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for the general breakdown. I think that we understand it's a massive slate, and we understand that I think the pitching we have a pretty good pool to pick from. It's going to be a matter of what bats we like the most. So tomorrow will be a slate where I think the stacks are going to be pretty important, and narrowing it down is going to be a task.
Yeah, I think pitching wise though, even if the size of a slate, I think like Snell, Strasburg, and Fried at a cheaper price today kind of definitely do stand out the most though.
Yeah, agreed. All right, let's we'll go ahead and do the cash game cores and all that good stuff. Top threes, don't watch. But first, gonna remind everybody if you haven't checked us out at wisetake's.com, make sure you go over there, check out the Wise Take Nation. Join the Wise Take Nation over at wisetake's.com. Get yourself a day pass if you want to try the content out. Day pass gets you access for all of our MLB content for one day, access to our articles, the cheat sheets, the Y stream, which is a live stream we do 2 hours before log after our guys have done their research. Only thing you won't get is the Slack chat. Slack chat is for monthly members or higher, season passes, etc. I do recommend that you eventually look into getting a package that allows you access to the Slack chat. We do have a lot of really good discussions in there. Nation's in there chopping up, the core members are up there chopping it up, the analysts are in there chopping it up, and I'm working on their craft every day. So do the dirty.
You get everything in there. Like everyone bounces around from like advanced analytics to game theory to like what's the optimal like lineup construction for cash games, stuff like that. You really these guys are in there all damn day and they're really grinding it down. Like they're valuable too. Like it's a great tool we have here.
Yeah, and we got all kinds of cool stuff like the esports guys now. We got esports thing going on now. Right, give content for that for those of you guys that do
I'm
that.
a big League of Legends guy too, and like Gov's great at the game, and I know his content must be the best too.
Yeah. I mean, I know that like Cam almost took down. He got close to taking out a donkey in the first. Like, I mean, it's a smaller contest, like 1,500 people, but he got up there. Like, I think he got up there. So using Gov's cheat sheet. So yeah, it's fun, man. We got that. I mean, we got every sport we're pretty much going right now. I think. Well, not WNBA, but we got a lot going on. The golf guys just had an awesome week too.
Yeah, I see the golf chat popping off all the time.
Yeah.
Twitter and everything. Everyone's on fire there,
yeah,
so
man.
That's always nice too.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot, and there's more stuff that I'm sure that we're just not even covering. But it's been awesome. Baseball's been good.
Everything, it's just literally everything.
It's been great. All right, let's do the cash game core. So we'll go with the Which one have you had to pick now? Snell or Strauss?
We'll go Snell.
All right, we'll go Snell. Save some money. Snell and who was the guy? Fried. There we go. Who is as of right now? Who is the bat that you're like the stud guy that you're like I need this dude on my team?
Priority bat. I think you either have to make it Mookie or JD. That 6.2 run total against the Royals. I usually lean Mookie for that fly ball upside.
I will never say no to Mookie Betts or JD. Right now I'm looking at the projected lineup, and Mookie Betts is projected to lead off, and I hope he does. I hope he goes back to leading off, man. Mookie Betts leading off was the best, man. And then you get the number 9 hitters protected. Then you need to go back and put JBJ in the 9 hole, Mookie Betts in the 1 hole. That's when things were just the best. I don't know why they bothered putting Benintendi. I understand that Mookie Betts is... I really don't understand, actually. I don't know why they did that. I want to see Mookie Betts leading off. That was just glorious. You got JD Martinez. You got a 3-hitter. You're good. You know what I mean? You're good. But I like that. Value guy. Who is the value guy?
Value guy. I don't remember who we said for the value guy. We were looking at the stacks before. All right, I'll go someone for the Rangers. I'll take Asdrubal Cabrera at 4K.
Asdrubal at 4K. Digging it. Yeah, I mean, like you said, man, this is a monster slate. And there's probably going to be so many things that end up opening up. Yeah, I'm cool with that for now. But I'm sure other things will open up that'll be cheap. We're going to get some crazy dude that's going to be batting 4th, and it's going to be cheap as dirt. It's gonna happen. You know it.
Yeah. I like it though. Like beginning of the season, I remember complaining every damn day how like offensive pricing was so strict. Like no one was below 4K, but like now we've been getting some value. Actually, thank God.
Yeah, I've been able to do like the stars and scrubs gem and mint thing, and that's been working.
I think the first time we saw value too is when we got Stevie Wilkerson from the Orioles. Like she had 2K, 2.5K for a solid 3 weeks, and like
Yeah,
when everyone complained we had no value on DK for MLB, like
yeah, that was nice.
then we finally get some, and he still wasn't even getting ownership while he was still hitting decent. So I was like, all right, like thank you. I'll continue to play him every damn day still.
Yeah, true that. Thug life. Top 3 pitchers.
Snell, Strasburg, Freed.
Yes.
That's a little too obvious, but
No,
I'll throw
I'm
like
with you. I'm with you. I'm gonna go Strasburg. I will go Blake Snell, and then right now I'm gonna have to go Freed. I mean, right now that just makes sense, and I'm sure tomorrow something will change, but maybe not that. I don't know. Chase Anderson is also no. It's probably gonna be Freed anyway. Top 3 stacks.
Red Sox, Rangers, and I'll take the Dodgers.
The Dodgers. I'm gonna go with the Rays number 1. I will go with the Twins number 2, and I'm gonna go with the Cubs number 3 because we alluded to it, but I forgot to actually touch on it that there's 11-mile-an-hour winds projected to blow out to center. I know that's not like an overwhelming amount, but the wind does seem to affect this particular park more than any other. And yeah, I think Jeff Hoffman sucks, and I think that so does the Rockies bullpen. So
And value play, if we get Cargo batting fifth there
you go,
3-3
baby. That's
then
the one.
he is
Revenge.
value play.
Carlos Gonzalez revenge. That's what that is. That's what that is. David
Dude,
Freese
he still has some fucking wheels too, that guy.
Oh, Carlos Gonzalez?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got wheels.
Hasn't lost it a bit.
Yeah, he hasn't lost it a bit. He hasn't found it either, but at least he hasn't lost it. But yeah, Dong Watch. Who's going deep tomorrow?
I'll take Mookie.
I like that. I'll go Rizzo.
Muncy.
Christian Yelich. I know I'm taking all studs, but like Christian Yelich, I think is going to crush a home run off of Pablo Lopez tomorrow.
All right, let me try and find someone a little cheaper here.
Yeah, no, right?
I mean,
I'm like taking all these expensive
like I said, we have fucking on a 15-game slate with 30 teams playing. We have so many high total offenses. It's not like any of these guys are gonna be super chalky either. So
yeah, you know. Of course.
Let's see. I'll take. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna go. All right, maybe I'll do something not as cute, but Shinso Chu, I'll take him.
There you go. I got you. I'm gonna go with Mike Zunino. It's not that cute either, but because he's a beast, obviously. But yeah.
Random question, but have you been playing Odor still? Like I play him every damn day. I won't fucking learn, man. I won't learn. He keeps burning me every day too.
I play him.
I'm looking again for the value play tomorrow. Like he's still coming. He's cheap at 3.5. That run total. Like how am I not gonna play him against Bundy?
When I had that good day on Sunday, I did like all 3 of my teams cashed and like cashed pretty well, and one of them was a Ranger stack, and it was Odor in there. And he did hit, I think he hit like an RBI double. So at least he didn't do nothing. But yes, every time I play the Rangers, I always play him. When I'm looking for the lefties, of course. And he has just been absolutely terrible. What does he have, like a 190 average? Maybe less than that? He's been
below
awful.
that. I think he's like 169 or 117 now, like last time I checked.
It's been awful. He's just been terrible. But yeah, I had this place in my heart for him because of when he decked Jose Bautista. It was just
me too. I love that.
It was just
that was always he ruined his career.
Like, dude, like went out there and just like no, like I'm not taking this shit. I don't even think what Bautista did was all that bad. Like I think it's baseball and that's part of the game, and that's why you do drills where you jump out of the way. And I understand people get hurt. I'm a Met fan. I didn't like Ruben Sakahata got hurt. They changed the rules, whatever. It is what it is. But regardless, man, handled it. Batista should have stepped down.
He
Batista
took
should have
his own
stepped
fucking
down.
business.
Stand down, Junior. That's what he said. Little Odor, Big Batista. He said, stand down, Junior, and just bam, laid it on him. Like clean cold clock. How many fights do you see in baseball where guys don't connect? Guy ducks and throws a wild punch.
Many.
Man, you rarely see a dude just go in there, square up, and just bow, and just get a nice lick in there, solid. Just like leaving the dude looking stupid. You know what I mean? Just leaving him looking stupid. Like, that was just like, he looked dumbified. Like, he got hit so hard, he went dumb. You know what I mean? Like, for a second, it's just, it's glorious.
I'm telling you, ruined his career now.
And now Odor is ruining mine because I keep on playing in my Ranger stacks and he's not doing anything. But yeah, I'm going to keep playing it when I play the Rangers, when I'm looking for the lefties, because, he's still the guy that just, like Deck Batista, that was just respect, respect, That was epic, man. Like, Batista was never the same.
No, it was. I loved it. Like you said, like when you see baseball fights now, bro, it's usually like when it's coming, when a pitcher's gonna hit a batter, stuff like that. Like most of it's premeditated to the point where it's like we see the Braves like throwing at people now and shit like that. Like usually when someone's gonna get hit.
Oh yeah.
And then a lot of the fights are like batter and pitcher chasing each other around the infield, like dodging punches, not connecting, and like playing a little ring around the rosy game. That was the first like fucking clean, like just fucking socked them, bro. Like I love to see that.
You know what I mean? Like, you're right though, because like there's a lot of the drama. Like by the time like the catcher, like the hitter that gets hit with the ball looks at the pitcher and then he runs at the pitcher, and like the pitcher has all this time to think about it, and like okay, guy gets in the way, teammates kill the bench. They were right next to each other. Dude's at second base, that's my base. This got up, ayo, bam. It was just not. Too close.
Like when I think of a baseball fight now, who was it the Arenado versus fought last year when they took like 10 steps back first, threw the glove, and they played the cat and mouse for the infield? And I forgot who he. I think. Oh man.
Oh, somebody in the YouTube chat.
It wasn't Reina. It was.
Somebody in the YouTube chat.
I forget who it was, but that's the ideal. Like that's not. I mean, not the farthest thing from ideal, but that's like a typical MLB fight.
MLB fight. It's like the more like dramatized version. Yes.
Yeah.
But that was legit. Not that I condone fighting, and like, don't get me wrong. We don't want people to think it. Yeah. But like, listen, Batista checked him, right? Ran into the base. Odor didn't like it. Batista could have just played the bigger man role and just said, "Well, I'm not going to say no. Hey man, it's baseball. My bad. So I'm not trying to hurt you. It's just baseball." Instead, Batista probably said something disrespectful, like "shut your little ass up" or something. I'm assuming because like the size difference was, So I'm assuming it was like, "Yo, shut up! I'm a beast. I'm Batista. Like, who are you? Who are you? What is a Runed? You know what I mean?" And then Batista just came back. He came back. You got a glass jaw.
What is a Runed?
You know what I mean? Like, and Odor just like he already told him, this is what it is right here. I'm gonna show you. Blow. You know what I mean? Blow. Glass jaw.
We need more of that sometimes. Like, I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except when it happens to me, and there goes most of my lineups. Who was it, Gausman the other day who threw at I think we were going a couple weeks back, but this is when I forgot who was it, Albies or Acuna who got pegged, and then Gausman in like the first inning got fucking ejected. And I was like, oh, there goes like half my lineups.
He threw it like behind the guy too. He didn't even get the hit. Yeah. Here's a good one. In the YouTube chat, Steve Samsel says Pedro hip tossing the old man is still my favorite. You remember that? Remember Pedro Martinez?
Oh man, not my favorite. Fuck him. I mean, listen. What I will say, that was hilarious. I loved it. Like that, you gotta have some fucking big balls, bro. I'm talking big balls to do some stupid shit like that too. Right. Both sides of it, I guess. But Pedro to go back at him, that would always be all time great.
I love that reaction. I love this. Oh no! See, I'm a Mets fan. To me, it's just hilarious.
I mean, I always be a little. It was cool, like to see like a fucking 70, like whoever Zimmer was then get thrown around like that by Pedro. It was a little funny, I gotta say now, but still, fuck Pedro.
No, but like your reaction was the best. That first thing out your mouth, hey, fuck you.
Gotta defend my boys, bro.
I like it, always. Man. I like it. Loyalty. I like that, man. Squad up. But did we finish the Dong Watch? I honestly don't remember how many hitters
I think so. I went Mookie, Chu, and I know I had one more in there.
I think I said Rizzo.
Yeah, I had Cody Bellinger.
Oh yeah, we did. Because
Mookie,
I finished it with Zanino. I remember that. That's how we finished it.
Yeah.
Like that would have been my third. Yelich too. So there we go. Yeah, we're good. We gave 3. We did. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that thumbs up, that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Facebook, give us a like and a share to support the Wise Take Nation. If you're watching on Twitch or Twitter, give us a follow, give us a retweet. And if you're listening to us on Podbean or iTunes, give us a 5-star review. Stevie Brown, it was nice getting down. Anything in closing before we get up out of here?
I'm excited for the slate, and maybe we'll get fucking lucky, bro. Maybe we just give us some good voodoo and see a little bit of bro tomorrow or something. Now.
Yeah, it'll be our fault when like
Yeah.
Christian Yelich like gets into a fight and like is gone for like half the season. Like Cam will be blaming us.
Oh my god.
That's what'll happen. Cam will be at our throats. Cam and Wisco. But, yeah. For Stevie Brown,
Cam's resignation letter in an hour.
yeah, exactly. With the death threat with it.
Yeah.
For Stevie Brown, for myself, the entire White State Nation, as always, good luck.
Yeah.